It's wonderful here.
This is the closest possible to owning my own home right now. It's absolutely gorgeous.
This place is really a beautiful place to live. It really is. Considering that I'm a single parent, I went from projects to the Meadows, and it's just absolutely wonderful.
I'm so proud of where I'm at. I tell my friends, come visit me, come see where I'm at.
I've been here for 5 years, and I love it. It's a beautiful place, beautiful people, a beautiful place to live.
Y hemos estado muy contentos por vivir en estos proyectos. Muy buenas personas, nos han tratado bien.
He said that he's very happy. The people are very nice to him. He's happy.
I love living here. I wouldn't live anywhere else.
Before Quaker Meadows looked like this. It looked like this. It was the site of two of the state's most desperate low-income public housing projects. Green Street and Chestnut Street in Lynn, Massachusetts. For many residents like Virginia Comeau, living here was a last resort.
My mother and father separated. We're talking the 60s. There wasn't a whole lot of options for single mothers with 9 children. And she moved into these projects. And she found herself being a welfare recipient, living in public housing with the roaches and the mice, and tried to make the best of it.
Six girls, 3 boys, living in a 5-room apartment. The bedrooms had 2 bunks in each one, and every morning you'd be fighting, banging on the 1-bathroom door.
Sandwiched amid single-family and 2-family homes, years of decay and neglect left the property a neighborhood eyesore and a source of despair for residents.
There wasn't any grass, nothing. I mean, it was like trash. The fences in the yard were falling down. Windows were getting broken all the time. Granted, the Housing Authority couldn't fix it constantly. I mean, they were always getting broken.
It got to the point that it was almost unlivable. There were some people who lived here that had holes in their walls. I mean, leaky pipes. They didn't even get water. It was just awful.
There was a point I had a mouse coming up my bathtub drain, and I had to beat it with a broom.
Though surrounded by squalor and decay, residents still strove to lead normal lives.
I have to say, there were times I didn't want to tell anyone I lived in the project. I would say, you know, I lived down by Lynn English. That's where I live, you know, and I would say, to the project, you know. It was harder for my mother because my mother came from money. She didn't want my grandmother to know where she lived. And my grandmother never came to visit at all. So she was very embarrassed at the fact that she lived in the projects.
The Commonwealth sent me a letter as the state representative for these neighborhoods notifying me that they were going to put up several $1 million to do very basic modernization of these 2 particular housing projects. And knowing that they had made the top 12 worst public housing projects in Massachusetts list, and having friends live here, and knowing how bad it was, I felt that that was a inadequate and underfunded proposal, and wrote back to them saying that we were going to oppose that we wanted these 2 public housing projects to be converted along similar matters that they had done at Kings Lynn.
In the mid-1970s, Kings Lynn rose from the rubble of America Park, a squalid public housing project. Like the Green Street and Chestnut Street projects, America Park was located in the city of Lynn. The development company Corcoran Mullins Jennison, or CMJ, transformed the once hopeless property into a showplace.
Of course, everyone knew what a great job they had done on America Park. Everyone wanted to live there. It was now Kings Lynn, and the place was absolutely gorgeous.
Kings Lynn worked, not only due to physical improvements in the property, but because CMJ actively partnered with existing tenants.
We had all these series of meetings with the tenants who were made part of the development and started to think it through.
It was very important that the residents be involved in the planning process and be involved in not just the physical design planning, but also the rules and regulations and programs and how the whole new development would work.
A lot of people think that if you put in new windows or, fix the, make sure there's no litter and put grass seed down and mulch down, that it's going to change people's perception. It's not. It's really working with the community, working with the tenants, making sure the tenants know that they have a voice in what's happening in their housing complex.
Once the tenants realized that the concept might work, they became believers.
Virginia was really a part of, first of all, understanding what might happen and then buying into the process of making that happen.
Construction of the Meadows began in 1980. Quaker Meadows was completed in 1983 and opened to full occupancy. It has consistently had a waiting list. Residents are low-income working people who pay a percentage of their income toward rent. Federal Section 8 subsidies make up the rest.
One thing that I think is very interesting is the look of the buildings. Unlike what happens in a lot of public housing redevelopment, we did not tear all the buildings down, scrap every bit of brick and start over. We actually used the structure of the buildings, added some townhouses on the ends, added some porches, covered up some of the brick in places with clapboard, and came out with a very unusual look to the development that I think is very interesting and has that great feature of having some of the old and some of the new in the same place.
The property is owned by the Quaker Meadows Apartments Company. CMJ and the Quaker Meadows Resident Council are general partners with an equal say in all decisions.
A lot of people have a hard time understanding how a private development company can be partners with public housing residents. And the simple answer to that we found is that we have the same interests. We're interested in a property that's well maintained, that's taken care of, that looks good and is a financial success. And the residents share that at a very basic level. They want a development that is taken care of, that the plumbing's fixed and the walls are painted, and so we really do have a common interest.
The resident council is elected by the tenants.
I nominated Virginia Camo for president.
I talked my mother into putting her name in. And she kept saying, I can't do this. I said, oh, yes, you can. And she was elected.
She kept everybody on their toes, let me tell you. Very, very spunky lady, very nice lady, very fair, very understanding, very nice lady.
That was the best thing that ever happened to her. She got her pride back, her self-esteem. And she finally found herself as a person.
After this was completed, as you know, all the tenants had the right to come back. And one of the more notorious families moved back into the development. And one day I was coming through to check on how things were going, and I saw the lady and I asked her, how's it going? How do you like living here? It's so beautiful. She said, this is really a hard place to live. I said, what do you mean it's a hard place to live? After coming out of the projects? She said, they got rules, the kids can't write on the walls, you gotta watch them every minute, they can't throw trash around in the yard. And she said, I've gotta watch them all the time and make them toe the line. And after I walked away and went on my business, I said to myself, it's working.
I think our partnership has lasted for 20 years, and we hope it'll last for another 20, and having a great place for a lot of people to live.
Welcome everybody back. This is our last cookout of the year. This is our Labor Day cookout. I remember when I took my job, my first job here in 1990, Virginia Comer was the resident council. Our manager was Donna DeLore. And I have known them for years, especially Virginia. I have known Virginia since 1982, like I was saying. This lady who's here, she was my neighbor back in the art project. Her name is Ruthie Thompson. We used to live
at 80, I lived at 82, and you lived at 84.
But then I moved because you were my neighbor on the second floor. Yeah. Both of them were neighbors at one time. And she had 4 kids, right?
Yes.
3 girls and a boy.
Yes.
She was, me and you were the last one. I remember Mr. Wash, that was the Blink Housing director, going in there and telling us, if you guys don't move, we're gonna lock board the place with you inside. Do you remember that? We were the last 2 persons who were in there in Green Street. Everybody had moved out. And you and me stay, Ruthie, we stay behind.
Yes.
And then what we did, we both moved right here to Memorial Park. Yes. And that's been our home for 40 years, yes. Right, Ruthie?
Mm-hmm. I'm not moving, I'm going feet first, I head first.
And exactly that's what I said. They're gonna have to take or drag us out of there, feet first, because we're not leaving. Okay. I'm so happy that she's here with me today. And I hope to see you in the 40th anniversary. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We have 3 cookouts in the summer. We have Memorial Day, Labor Day, and the 4th of July. I forgot the 4th of July. St. Patrick's dinner. In between, sometimes we do coffee hours. We do Thanksgiving, and then I do Christmas for the kids. I do a Christmas party for the kids. I do a Christmas party for the dogs. The staff, we have a good staff. All the managers that have been working in here through the years that I've been working in here, they are the ones who have helped me go through the process, all the jobs that I got. See how funny they are? That's what I love them, because they are so funny.
My name, remember, is with one N, one S.
And they put up with me. So anyway, I'm just gonna say that we couldn't have done none of this if it wasn't for them. This is our manager. This is Judy Forbes. This, you know what? I'm not gonna say nobody's name just in case I mess up. This is Bob. Bob, say your whole name.
LeBlanc.
This is
Carlos Clemigo.
Vanessa Flowers.
So we've been together for the last
1 year.
She's been here for 1 year. He's been here for 2 years. Bob, I don't even know, I lost count. 7 years, and Judy's been here 4 years. And it's been wonderful. Usually I should not say wonderful, I say the greatest, because we had time in everything that we do. Cookouts, parties inside, whatever we do, we all have fun. And one thing it is that we are here to help each other. It's just like if they need anything, we are all here. This is, I don't call them my co-workers, I call them my family. So we are a big, big happy family. So we will see them in the 40th anniversary. Guys, I really appreciate everything that you do for me, for Quaker Meadows, and for the residents and for everybody. Thank you very much. And I love you guys. I love you. Okay,
Love you too.
That's it.
Thank you guys.